I wanted to welcome you to the busiest general aviation airport in California and the third busiest general aviation airport in the United States. 374,000 operations for the last 12 preceding months. It is my honor to welcome you to this significant occasion, the inaugural offering of unleaded aviation fuel for piston aircraft at Montgomery-Gibbs Executive Airport. Today marks a pivotal step in our journey toward a more sustainable future for aviation, and we are thrilled to share it with you. We are privileged to have with us four remarkable individuals who have been champions of these fuel transition efforts. Their unwavering support and dedication to innovative technologies and solutions have been instrumental in bringing this initiative to fruition. First, please join me in welcoming the Mayor of the City of San Diego, Todd Gloria. Mayor Gloria has been a driving force in advocating for cleaner fuel alternatives, understanding the critical need to reduce our carbon footprint while maintaining the safe and efficient air travel. Mayor Gloria's vision for sustainability has laid the groundwork for this momentous occasion. Next, let's extend a warm welcome to Councilmember Raul Campillo behind me. Councilmember Campillo's advocacy in promoting green technologies has been crucial in advancing our airport's commitment to sustainability. Councilmember Campillo recognizes that offering unleaded aviation fuel is not just about the fuel, it's about leading the way for future generations. I am also pleased to introduce Christina Bibler, our Economic Development Director. Christina focus on community engagement and support for clean energy initiatives has been vital in creating a collaborative environmental that fosters innovation. Christina understands that this transition will not only benefit our airport, but also enhance our entire community resiliency, environmental stewardship, and economic prosperity. Finally, we have Ray Richmond, President and General Manager of Crown Air Aviation. Crown Air Aviation will be using the city's fuel tank that we just got under contract. They will be filling up planes on the field. Ray, thank you so much for the partnership on this effort. Together, these leaders exemplify the commitment and collaboration necessary for a successful transition to sustainable aviation fuels in San Diego. As we celebrate the launch of unleaded aviation fuel at our airport, we are not just adding fuel to our inventory, we are embracing a future where aviation and environmental responsibility go hand in hand. I would also like to thank the community, our Airports Advisory Committee, and everyone who has had a hand and have been advocating for getting this fuel to the airport. It's been a long time and it's finally here. Thank you all for being part of this historic day here in San Diego at Montgomery-Gibbs. Let's continue to work together to make our airport a shining example of innovation and sustainability. Thank you. And with this, Mayor Gloria.
Jorge, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I want to say right at the outset, Jorge Rubio has been an excellent leader of our city's airports. In fact, our whole airports team has worked tirelessly with our partners to bring this day about. But Jorge, your leadership is incredible, and I appreciate all that you do, both here and at Brown Field. It's absolutely fantastic. He gave some shout outs to people who I think are also appropriate to acknowledge. Christina Bibler, who is Jorge's boss, and then Casey Smith, our Deputy Chief Operating Officer. You know, it's a city-led team. You know, I get to lead it, but I have incredible people who do the work, and these are three of the top, best of the best, and that's why we're able to be here today. I also want to acknowledge that usually most of the things that we do at the city does involve some private sector partnership, and so I want to thank Crown Air, and particularly Ray, for your partnership and for hosting us this morning. Bringing unleaded fuels to our airports has been a priority for my administration and for our airport staff since we took office in 2021. And that's because I heard very clearly from area residents and community leaders, as well as probably most often from Councilmember Raul Campillo, that this was extremely important. We need to make this transition. And between Raul and the residents of Kearney Mesa and Serra Mesa, I believe that's why we're here today. With, as Jorge mentioned, more than 300,000 annual operations, this airport is the busiest general aviation airport in California and the third busiest in America. And this airport creates good jobs, it builds opportunity for more than 300 annual pilot graduates, and it serves as a hub for critical emergency services, including just yesterday with the Montezuma fire. As beneficial as airports can be for their surrounding community, we all know that they pose risks and have impacts, and one of those is lead exposures, which of course is a very serious health issue. And just like we transition away from leaded fuels in our cars, we are now seeing the federal government and industry advancing new unleaded aviation fuels to help facilitate that same transition in aircraft. The FAA is targeting 2030 to approve new unleaded products for use across the market. But here in San Diego, we're not content with just following federal law. We want to exceed it. We want to be ahead of the curve, especially when it comes to protecting public health and safety. And that's why I'm thrilled that we're able to work with Crown Air to bring the first unleaded aviation fuel here to Montgomery-Gibbs. This UL94 fuel will not only help the environment, but it will also help reduce maintenance costs for airplane owners because unleaded fuel is less corrosive. So I hope our local pilots will take advantage of this new offering and that we'll soon see a broader range of unleaded fuel products to serve all aircraft here in San Diego. And as I mentioned, but it bears repeating, you all have an incredible council member here in this neck of the woods. Few work harder than him. I can't think of one off the top of my head. He's energetic. He's well informed. He's always in the community. And I know a lot of you have been bending his ear about this for some while. Let me just let you know he doesn't come to my office without bringing up this issue. I think it's this and San Carlos Library. Those are the two that I always think that I can count on Campillo to bring up. And we're making progress on both fronts today. It's mission accomplished, or certainly a lot of it accomplished. We've got a little more to do out in San Carlos, but together we're getting a lot done. I just want to let you know you have an incredible council member in him, and it gives me great pleasure to bring him up to the podium. Council Member Raul Campillo.
Thank you, Mayor Gloria. Thank you so much, Mayor Gloria, for that introduction and for your leadership on this. Mayor Gloria is right. When I have my monthly meeting with him and his staff, we have a to-do list. And his team gets to it. This was one of them early on that we heard from the community. Back when I took office in 2020, one of the first meetings we had within our first few days of being elected was with the Montgomery-Gibbs Environmental Coalition, which is now part of the Serra Mesa Community Council. Sandra Stahl is one of those constituents of mine who brought this up over and over and over again and has been an advocate for the environment along with her neighbors and other local partners throughout this process. And when we sat down with Mayor Gloria, it was obvious that he already knew that this was coming, that this was an important endeavor for the city, that this was a transformational thing for our region, and that us offering it at this airport, which is so heavily trafficked, which is one of the most used in the entire United States, that we're sending a signal to the entire country that they need to get on board and use unleaded avgas as well. So, 4 years in the making, and a testament to the dedication and work of the Serra Mesa residents and our city staff, who have always been responsive and caring about making sure this issue got done. We now have this 1,000-gallon tank for here to give another option and a healthier option for pilots to put in their airplanes. Now, it may look like a single piece of infrastructure, but it represents so much more for all of Serra Mesa, the community of Tierra Santa, Kearney Mesa, all of the neighborhoods around. They are all asking for cleaner air, cleaner water, cleaner environment. And this is us taking a major step in that process. Now, one of the primary reasons my office pursued this project is because we know that lead has bad health effects, but we know that the federal government is stepping up every single year with higher and higher standards, and we are ahead of those standards. People should know that San Diego doesn't wait for the regulation to come for us. We step up and set the standard for what those regulations should be to create a healthy community. Now, we know this is only part of a larger vision. Across the country, communities are only beginning to shift towards this environmentally sustainable and cleaner energy infrastructure. It's a big job, and we have just the start of it today, but I look forward to us setting more examples, not just in avgas, but all across. I do want to say a quick shout out to Jorge Rubio, who runs our airports for our city. He is a well-respected, well-regarded, and often sought-out expert when it comes to municipal airports across the country, and we are lucky as a city to have him advocating and leading this on this occasion. I really do appreciate how much he has taught me and my staff to make sure we understand how complicated it is to get something that seems like just 1,000 gallons. It is not easy to get this done. It took several years, but I think we've got it done for all the right reasons. And I really do want to say, Jorge, thank you for so much of what you do. I really appreciate you being here in the city of San Diego. There's lots of municipal airports, and there's lots of directors of municipal airports across the state. We got the best one right here in San Diego. Thank you so much.
Well, representing Crown Air Aviation, we are very proud of this day. It's been a long time coming. We consider ourselves partners with the city of San Diego on so many things. As the leading provider here on this field and in a lot of ways in Southern California, this is a first step in bringing unleaded aviation fuel to all airplanes. I did want to recognize Joe Moreno, who you'll see probably in a minute here. It's his airplane that is the first one to take this fuel here in the county. So it's people like him that are stepping up, taking the lunge to do this because it's good for the environment. Also wanted to acknowledge the city of San Diego's commitment to this. It's been a group effort to get this solution started, and I think in the upcoming years we're going to see a lot of progress in this area, and it's good for the environment and it's good for this airport. So here in a minute we're going to have the mayor is going to actually put fuel into this airplane, so we're going to make our way over to Joe's plane, and we'll get to see the first fuel being pumped into an airplane here in the county that has no lead.
Pumping it.
I feel it. This is happening, everyone. You catching this?